And good evening and welcome to Glasgow Rangers Nation podcast live with me, your host, Owen. Guys, only me tonight. Victoria is off in Canada doing Victoria things. So apologies if you expect to see Victoria tonight, but Victoria will be with us on Thursday night for our podcast where we will be talking to Colin Stewart, who is the director of Rangers Youth Development Company. Fascinating interview with him coming up on Thursday. And then obviously we have our Q&A on Sunday night, guys, where it's your chance to get your questions in. That was a community post that was put up. If you want a question, if you want to ask a question, and no, Aldo, not how much Rama Lama Ding Dong or whatever it was you asked last time, or about squirrels and nuts or whatever it was, about the Rangers. That would be great, guys. Get those questions in, and Victoria and I will be only too happy to give you our best possible answers. As my friend Mark Davison of Steelers Nation Australia says, our best fanalist answer. That is not rude. Fanalist. That's not a rude thing to say. Just want to check that one. Guys, before I welcome you into the live chat tonight, loads of fantastic things to welcome people for as well. Obviously, a bit of housekeeping just to start off with, guys. Thank you so much to everyone who has subscribed to the channel in the past few days. The channel is growing so phenomenally well. We are on 1,651 subs, up massively, guys. We are growing hugely every single day. Our target is to get to 2K as soon as possible, then to 3, and then to 5K. Once we get to 5K, Victoria and I have got some very exciting plans for next summer. If possible, some live shows coming up in Glasgow next summer if we get to 5K before next summer. Obviously, we launched the membership scheme today, and I'm happy to say we've got some takers on that, and I'll talk and thank those guys in a moment for that. I know that Cami, my good mate Cami K, has been gifting some memberships. So Cami, you are a superstar, a true legend, a true a true bear. Thank you very much indeed for that. And obviously as well, thank you for all those who've contributed super chats and super stickers in past podcasts. All goes to help the channel grow. Well, guys, let's have a look. First of all, as I said in my comment that I wrote on the live chat a few moments ago, Victoria's not here tonight, so you are effectively my guests tonight. We're going to talk obviously about a lot of things, and I'll come on to what we're going to talk about in a moment, guys. So let's say, first of all, first new member there, Jim Sloan. Jim, welcome to Glasgow Rangers Nation Loyal. Fantastic to have you on board. My good buddy Aldo, good evening team, good evening Aldo. Cami K, like I said, became a member and has also been gifting memberships as well. Cami, thank you so much for that. As Aldo says, yes, you are an absolute legend. Cami there responding to that. Rangers Loyalist is in the live chat. My good buddy Rangers Loyalist, love hearing from him. We've also got Malky McKellen as well in the live chat, a good buddy of mine too. Pure Loyalist as well. Hello to all the bears and bearettes. Hope all's good. Just a quick jump in and like. Busy night, daughter's birthday. Catch up soon. Take care and all the best. We are the people. Happy birthday to your daughter, Pure Loyalist. Hope she's having a great day. Callum C makes a comment about the Celtic fans, which I can't unfortunately bring up because when I did that on TikTok the other day, I did a TikTok live. Callum, I used the P word in my live and I got my live access suspended for a week for doing it. Apparently that's not allowed. But no, apparently, yeah, of course, the meltdown has begun. What was it, Aldo, you said? The Timplosion has begun. Yes, Callum, I 100% agree with that. But again, I can't put that word because that will also get me banned. Let's see what else we've got. Callum says here, if we don't win the league now or never, I'll be confident. We've got Rangers Lawyers soon be these again. Trophies there, obviously, as well. So many of you in the live chat trying to catch up with the live chat before we get going tonight. Brendan Rogers, favourite, they must be ranging. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, absolutely. The man who got Leicester relegated effectively. They was watching one of their pods to see what they were saying. Raging ain't the word. I think that's well funny. Next season, teach that mob a hard lesson. We've already started to do that. We've already seen Ange bottle it, haven't we, and run away. We have an advantage now. What happened to us? Full backroom staff, Offski and manager. Yeah, absolutely. We had that happen to us, didn't we, when Gerrard left and Gio took over. Drop a like while you're waiting. Thank you very much. Caroline in the live chat also. Evening all, says Caroline in the live chat. Aldo says, sweet Caroline. No, I'm not going to sing, Aldo. Sorry about that. Can't sing. after my effort the other day. Nicholas Moore, my good buddy as well. Aldo is now a member too. Thank you, Aldo, for becoming a member. Let's have a look what else we've got very quick. So many people. Rangers loyalist, a new member. Nicholas Moore, a new member. Callum C says that Cifuentes is joining us soon. Yes, and I'll be talking about that in the pod, Callum. Yes, he hopefully is. Yes, it is great news when he finally comes. I think I finally caught up with Paul McGarrigle saying good evening, Paul. Loads more coming up here in this, loads and loads in the live chat here. Take the league back and put our foot on their necks and don't let up. 100% agree, although that's the way to do it. Take the squad equipment is coming on nicely, says Nicholas. Yes, it is. Yes, I am. Okay. Yeah, we certainly do not accept any racism on here. That is definitely a big no-no. Yes, it's feel free to hate Celtic, but obviously, any racism is definitely not allowed on here, especially as my partner is Asian. Okay, let's see what we've got, guys. We have got, first of all, these members. Now, guys, look, I can only apologize to the members that your names are in green. I do not know what YouTube are playing at. I really do think they need to do something about that, don't they? Okay, so let's deal with the first big news of the day before we get on to the theme of this podcast. I called this podcast Every Man and His Dog, and his cat, his goldfish, his cat, etc., because this is what we are being linked with at the moment, aren't we? We're being linked with every man, his dog, his cat, his goldfish, his hamster, his sister's budgerigar, and everything. Everybody's been linked with Rangers. But the first bit of good news today, obviously, was the acquisition of yet another summer signing on a free transfer, Jack Butland. Guys in the live chat, let me know what you think of the Jack Butland signing, which has happened today. We've got a Paul McGarrigle Butland video is class. He loves our history, our stadium, raring to go. Paul, I'm glad you brought that up. I was just before I came on air tonight, I was watching the Jack Butland interview on Rangers TV. Gotta say, absolutely love the way he was talking. And you know what word became through time and time and time again was winning. That was the word that came up. That was the word that kept coming up all the time. It was all about winning. Stuart, there's a join button down below. You click it, you either put in your credit card details, or you can pay on your phone, or you can do it through Google Play or Android. I presume Apple's the same. But definitely 100%, great signing, absolutely superb signing. And that thing that he kept talking about was winning all the time. We're going to get back to winning. It's all about winning here. And he also talked about becoming a leader on the pitch, a leader for the team, a leader in the dressing room. And that was great to hear. Now, the other thing that I want to just say that really stands out to me tonight is the fact that he turned down £60,000 a week to sit on the bench at Manchester United to come to Glasgow Rangers. Now, he quite easily could have taken the easy option, gone and sat on the bench at Man United, played in Carabao Cup games, played the odd FA Cup game, took 60 grand a week home with him. He could have done that, but no, Jack Butland decided to come to this club to fight for first team football, and also because he wants to be here. And you know what? For me, that's one of the biggest things. Players that want to be at the club, players that want to fight and die for this shirt, that want to bleed for this shirt, that want to run through walls for this shirt, the same way that Raskin does, the same way that Cantwell does. Same way to some degree, I suppose, there's is debatable with Goldson and Tav as well. So definitely, for me, great to have Butland on board. The interview was fantastic. Guys, after the pod, go out and check if you haven't done so yet on YouTube. There is a small 2-minute clip of the interview. Go and check it out. It's absolutely superb to hear him. Philip Lynn in the live chat tonight. Philip Lynn, evening troops, evening to you, Philip. Hope you're good. Hope all things are good with you. Apologies if I haven't said good evening, everyone. For Stuart as well, good evening. Welcome on board. So great to have all of you on this fantastic Tuesday night as it is here in the UK. So next bit of news before we get on to talk about what we're meant to be doing, guys. Is this it? Is this the kit? Is this the kit? If it is, what do you think? What is your honest opinion of this, if this truly is the kit that Rangers will unveil at 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. What do you think of it? Let me know in the live chat what your opinion is on this kit, what you think of the actual kit, whether you think it's a nice kit or not. Point here about Jack Butland from RFC 72, my guest in the live chat. Hasn't played in 2 or 3 seasons, was very shaky before that as well. High wage, high signing on fee for 4 years, but I hope it comes off and gets back to his old form before the injury. Yeah, absolutely, me too. Cami K says, not for me. I think that's in terms of the shirt. Paul McGarrigle turned down 60k a week for, say, 2 years. You probably are paying 30k a week on a 4-year deal. So it works out the same apart from the length of time. It's a bonus to us. I think it's less than 30k, actually, Paul, from what I was hearing earlier. Less than that. We've got Callum says, as long as it doesn't have a sporty Mongo on it. Very funny. It is the kit, definitely not overly impressed with it, to be honest, says Nicholas in the live chat. Aldo says, Butland will be like, Cantwell needs to fall in love with the club, and what better club than ours? That is a fantastic point. I'm going to raise that point, actually, that Aldo's made there, my guest in the live chat tonight, Aldo. It is one thing we've got to take into consideration. When Todd Cantwell came to Rangers, he was out of favour, hadn't scored a goal for a year or so. A lot of Norwich fans were talking about him not being a great player. Now look at him. All those goals at the end of the season. The best player we've got on the squad at this moment in time. If you look at everything Rangers do, everything Rangers put out, it's Todd Cantwell. It's Todd Cantwell. Season ticket renewals, it's Todd Cantwell. Promoting games that are coming up, it's Todd Cantwell. Shirt promotion, it's Todd Cantwell. He is the big sell for this club at the moment in time. So hopefully, yes, Butland will be like Cantwell. Hopefully, that was how it will turn out. Another new member in the live chat, Alexander. Welcome on board. Welcome to the membership as well. Absolutely fantastic to have you on board. So that is the kit, guys. Who is buying one tomorrow? So who is going online or going to the club shop at 8 a.m.? Who's going on there? Who's going to go and buy a shirt tomorrow morning? Let me know in the live chat. Aldo says, Campbell will be player of the year next season. Yes, I think so, if he carries on as he is. Definitely. As long as it's royal blue, red, white and red, I'll be buying it, though. Thought it might have been a bit better, says Philip Lynn. George in the live chat. Good evening, George. Hope you're good. That's a big fish. The kit looks poor, in my opinion. Callum C says, one of our members in the live chat says, brilliant seeing players' reactions when they see our facilities with all the pub league talk. Absolutely. I love that kit, man. Love it, says Aldo. So, there's varying opinions on the kit. But that's what being a Rangers fan is, isn't it? That is one of the biggest things about being a Rangers fan. I love Tav. Curry hates Tav. I don't like Fashion Sakala. Victoria likes Fashion Sakala. Look, it's the same with the kit. We've got people that like the kit, people that hate the kit, people that are not bothered about the kit. At the end of the day, the one thing you got to think about, guys, is if you miss out on buying that kit, you're actually missing out on the 56 kit. So don't miss out. Go and buy the 56 kit, because it will be the kit that we lift the 56 title in, won't it? Definitely. Paul McGarrigle says, I actually like the pale blue and white training top. Wish that could be our away top. That is a really nice away top, actually. It was, training top. It was featured on Twitter earlier. It looks really, really nice. I retweeted a picture of it on Twitter. If you don't follow us on Twitter, at GRN1872, I did retweet it. We are the people. I'm impressed with the caliber of Beale's signings. Do you know what? I wish it was the Beatles. Can't wait till the season starts, says Jay Walker. Jay, great to have you on board. New name in the live chat tonight. I wish could get a junior top, though, so it wouldn't have to be a daft betting sponsor on it, says Aldo. Caroline, yes, Erin, definitely. 56 top, get your 56 top tomorrow morning. Well, got another new member in the live chat, Paul McGregor. Thank you very much indeed. Another new member in the live chat. Okay, thank you very much, guys, for all those memberships as well. Guys, I'm going to try and keep on top of the live chat as I talk. Obviously, as a one-person show, it is a bit difficult to do that. Hope we're bringing the best content. Like I said, tonight I'm on my own, so it will be you as my guest tonight. So get your comments, get your questions, get your thoughts in. Right. Okay, so let's agree on one thing, shall we? Well, we'll try and agree. We are Rangers fans. We do disagree on some things, don't we? What is the biggest position of need? What is the biggest position of need for us? What is the type of player that we need the most? And I think it's striker. It's got to be a striker. Got to be a striker. Rapid members, man. I think that's answering your question. If it was a good idea, yeah, 100%. Question there for you, Jay Walker from Cammy, my good buddy Cammy. So striker for me is the biggest position of need. Now, if you look at this moment in time, who is there on the squad? Zach Lovelace, obviously, who is 16 years old. Probably not going to get a lot of first team football next year. Probably won't feature that much in the matchday squad. Antonio Cholak, obviously, a lot of uncertainty over Antonio and his future and whether or not he will be at the club. Obviously, congratulations to Antonio and his wife on their marriage. Absolutely. So we've got here Paul McGarrigle, striker, 25 plus a season. Paul McGregor, sorry. Correct, Paul. You are spot on. We do need a 25 plus a season, or at least a 20 to 25 goal man, or at least two 20 to 25 goal strikers. Back to the days of Ali McCoyston, Robert Fleck, for those of you who go back that far. But that's my first ever Rangers top. That McEwen's Lager, very famous McEwen's Lager top. So we have been linked with numerous strikers, haven't we? Masses of numbers of strikers. Aldo says, Madja, bring him in, 37 games, 16 goals, 6 assists, and he's on a free no-brainer for him. Vlogging with Victorious. Victoria! My beautiful companion over in Canada says, welcome everyone. Hi, Owen. Great to see new members of the Glasgow Rangers Nation. Absolutely, Victoria. Fantastic to see so many new members on board. It's absolutely fantastic. Same way we were so grateful for all the live chats there. So the super chats last week in the pod with me and Marina. And there she is, guys, just for you. There's Victoria, not in person, but that's just a reminder of Victoria for you. So that you know, so you remember it. What else have we got? Let's have a look. Quick look in the live chat again. Guys, trying to keep what this live chat whilst talking to you. Not always the easiest. Paul McGarrigle says 2 strikers are in question. What did you make of Cifuentes saying goodbye to the club? And fans looks like he's coming. Paul McGarrigle, hold that thought. I will get to that question shortly. Personally, I think it's a good signing. If it comes off, hopefully it does. We've got here, Beale's a busy man, hopefully more incoming and getting settled. We've got people saying hello to Victoria too in the live chat. We've got Nick J. Welcome. My name is actually Tam. It's my son's iPad. My son is Jay. I'm Dad on Jay's iPad. Hey, Tam, good to have you on board. Rumour Roof is going to the Premiership, apparently, according to Paul McGregor. Paul McCarrigle calls this, all right, Queen Vic. There you go, Queen Vic. We've got a lot of people. Obviously, Tam is a big Rangers fan, 100%. Okay, lol. Right, so guys, anyway, what we're talking about strikers, aren't we? We're good for strikers. We need strikers. We're desperate for strikers at this club. Aldo, my guest in the live chat, makes a fabulous point with what he says in terms of the fact that, at the end of the day, Madja would be a great buy. Of course, Madja would be a great buy. He's on a free. Bordeaux are not getting promoted. So at the end of the day, that would be superb for us to get someone like him in. Well, guys, let's have a look at the Rogues Gallery, shall we? I'm sure I've brought that up somewhere. We've got, obviously, a Rogues Gallery of players that we are reportedly interested in, reportedly linked with. Now, obviously, the biggest one at the moment is Haji Wright. Apparently, Michael Beale is on holiday in Turkey, but apparently has been nipping out of the hotel to have chats with Haji Wright, by all accounts. That is what I've heard, that he's been telling the missus that he's going shopping or something, I think, or nipping down to the local Turkish One Stop or Turkish Premier or Turkish Spa, or whatever it's called over there. Other good convenience stores are available, obviously. But yeah, to apparently have chats with Haji Wright, money for Haji if Haji is the player to come in. What else have we got? Guys, if you can resist from having arguments in the live chat, that would be good. Thank you. Tam, he's no bad player, but I don't think it will happen. Let's have a look what Tam was suggesting. I can't find that comment. Anyway, sorry, Tam. Oh, Luis Palma, that was it. Luis Palma is a great player. I think that would be a fantastic signing. Obviously, that one is still up in the air. Okay, so let's have a quick look at this Rogues Gallery, shall we? So what I've done is I went through, I've looked at all the strikers we've been allegedly linked with, and there are a number of strikers that we have been allegedly linked with. Like I said, Haji Wright is the biggest one at this moment in time. And I'll talk a bit about his stats in a moment. But so we're going to look at what I'm going to do. Start off is I'm going to look at the strikers. Here they are. Here's the Rogues Gallery. So we've got Karlan Grant of West Brom, Cyril Dessiers of Cremonese, Sam Lammers of Sampdoria, Josh Maja of Bordeaux, Jerry Yates of Blackpool, Haji Wright, USA International of Antalyaspor, Mattia Frigan of Rijeka, and Anastasios Duvakis, who allegedly is interesting that lot from the other side of the city, apparently. How true that is, I do not know. Not great if it is a case when you hate him to come in and be successful there. Aldo says Maja and Wright for him. That's it exactly, Aldo, mate. Thanks. Says Rangers Loyalist, my guest in the live chat tonight. So, guys, let me know, out of those 8 strikers, the primary 8 strikers that we've been linked with, Karlan Grant, Dessiers, Lammers, Maja, Jerry Yates, Haji Wright, Frigan, and Duvakis, who are the players you would like to see sign for us this coming off season? Let me know in the live chat and I'll bring your comment up as you are my guests tonight. Scott05 says he would like to see Maja and Duvakis. At the moment, we've got a clear majority for Josh Maja. Paul McGarrigle in the live chat, he would like to see Josh Maja and Jerry Yates, interestingly enough. Malky McKellen says we're not paying 7 million or 10 million for a striker, no chance. The only thing I'd say about that, Malky, is it is kind of the thing that is ongoing at the moment, isn't it? This need, isn't it, to bring in strikers, and the fact that we seem to be bidding £7-8 million for strikers, and allegedly it's been turned down allegedly. Okay, so let's have a look at these players. Now, personally, my preference is very funny from Rob Hamilton, paying in crypto. Possibility, I suppose. Malky, if we get Maja for free, then maybe. Okay, so my preference is, if we were going to sign anyone out of those strikers, would be to get Frigan and Maja. They are my preferences. Tam in the live chat says, I want Shankland. I think he deserves a chance at Rangers. Obviously, the downside with Shankland and Nisbet is you've suddenly got the Rangers premium that gets lumped on any transfer fees. So let's have a quick look through some of these players. So Josh Maja is 24 years old, and we're going to go on last season's stats. Look at what they achieved in their last season with their current clubs. So Maja is 24 years old. He has had 40 appearances for Bordeaux this season, scored 17 goals, 6 assists. That's 23 goal contributions in 40 appearances, which is pretty decent, which is better than 1 in 2, and it averages 177 minutes per goal, 177 minutes per goal. RFC 72 in the live chat, my guest in the live chat says, if Maja is free, then I can see the club going for 6 to 7 million on another. That would be good. Philip Lynn says Maja with Cholak and Roof if fit. Just my opinion, guys and girls. Possible, Philip. Then you've got Mattia Frigan, who is my choice. He's 20 years old. He's made 31 appearances this past season, scored 15 goals and had 3 assists. So that's 18 goal contributions in 31 games. Again, better than 1 in 2. Pretty decent. And he averages 160 minutes per goal. 160 minutes per goal. Not bad, better than Josh Maja. Then we go to, obviously, you've got to take into account the league they play, and I get that. So Maja plays in League 2, obviously probably stronger than the Croatian league. Let's go to Anastasios Duvakis, who obviously has done it in the Eredivisie, which again is stronger, I think, than the French Ligue 2 and stronger than the Croatian Super League. Anastasios Duvakis does have very impressive stats. He has 38 appearances this season, 25 goals, 4 assists. That's 26 goal contributions in 38 games, which is very, very impressive indeed. And he averages 125 minutes per goal, which is pretty good indeed. Paul McGarrigle, my guest in the live chat, says they want 10 million for Duvakis, but we actually do need some Scottish players for European coefficient. I suppose the good thing is we have got Robbie McCrory and Kieran Wright for that, at least in the goalkeeping department. If Roof could stay fit, he would get you 20 goals a season, says Aldo, you are spot on. He's the best finisher at the club. Scott05 says Duvakis is a goal scorer. Maja is free. The one thing that is concerning me, Scott, is the link between Duvakis and that lot from across the city. If we're wanting a young striker, Tieno Barry should be the number 1 target for me, says RFC 72. Oh, sorry, mate. McClellan, isn't it? Malky McClellan. Sorry, Malky, mispronouncing your name. I do apologise most profusely. Malky, sorry about it, mate. I used to know somebody called McKellen, that was all. Then we've got Haji Wright, who has 28 appearances, 16 goals, 3 assists. That's 19 goal contributions in 28 games. Averages 149 minutes per goal. Aldo says he's made a candy floss. I suppose that's in reference to Kamar Roof. Okay, Cyril Dessiers, who apparently we had a bid for him turned down. 32 appearances, 10 goals, 3 assists. That's 13 goal contributions. He is 28 years old, 196 minutes per goal. Now, the one I want to avoid, like the plague, is Sam Lammers. Sam Lammers. I know Eric Ten Hag rates this guy, but that's for me is no greater thing, that Ten Hag rates him. 34 appearances, 2 goals, 2 assists, 4 goal contributions, averages 1,015 minutes per goal, 1,015 minutes per goal, and has scored just 6 goals in his last 67 appearances. That's not good, is it? Karlan Grant, 35 appearances, 5 goals, 1 assist. That's 6 goal contributions, 388 minutes per goal. Jerry Yates, 43 appearances, 15 goals, 6 assists. That's 21 goal contributions and averages 234 minutes per goal. So out of those guys, who is jumping off the page at you? Who do you like the sound of? For me, like I said, Madja and Freegan are 2 that are really jumping out at me. Let me speak a little bit about those 2 that I like, in particular. Tam makes a great point. Candy Floss is probably slightly tougher than him. Yes, he is. Cammy's got to go. Sorry, Cammy got to go and walk the dog. I hope I'm not too boring for you. Scott05 says, Dessers, 28, so no more from 4 million euros. Did we think we'd get any more announcements today? I don't know. Feel sorry for Roof. Good pro. Fine talent, just really unlucky with injuries. Okay, so who do you like? I like Madja and I like Freegan. Yeah, Alexander, what the fuck? No chance with that player at every 1,000 minutes of goal he gets. That's Sam Lammers, mate. That's Sam Lammers. RFC 72 says, I preferred Yates. I prefer Johnson Clark Harris from English lower leagues. RFC 72, I'll be honest with you, Johnson Clark Harris is not that good. And they want 5 million for him. £5 million for a League One striker is awful. Josh Madja, good with both feet, good outside the area, good inside the area, quick, intelligent player. I've seen him play live. He is a very, very talented man. And I think obviously the fact that he is unavailable on a free is definitely somebody we should push for. And I think, given the fact that we can offer him, obviously, we can offer him European football. We can offer him the chance to win trophies. That's a big selling point. So I really do hope that Michael Beale is getting those negotiations in with Josh Madja. Freegan is another one, 20 years old. Again, someone who would fit our trading model exceptionally well. Someone we could develop, someone we could get better, someone we could really improve going forward. So I'd love to say Mattia Freegan coming to the club. But you know what? I think it's going to take until the 14th of June. Once we get to the 14th of June, once you can start to spend money, then I think we'll start to see strikers coming in to the club. I think that's possibly why 2 reasons why we haven't. Number one, if we are getting Madja, obviously the French season just finished. And obviously the fact the transfer window is on the 14th does mean, of course, that we do have to wait to spend that money that is burning a hole, hopefully, in Michael Beale's pocket. Caroline, no problems at all. That's what I'm here for, to fill you in on the players. I've always liked Roof, but he's just been so unlucky with injury, says Nicholas. You are right. Lammers, crying face from Scott05. We need to look at the way they play for their club. If it's just pumping the ball in the box, then no, that's missing that our midfield. Good point there from Paul McGarrigle. He's a good player, Nicholas. We just need to keep the guy fit. Malky McClellan, is that right, Malky? Yates might do a job for us. He could. He's only got 1 year left, and already he said he wants out. The club's already said they're selling him as well. I doubt they could get 5 million, and his goal return is very good, says RFC 72. I really think we only bring in 1 striker, says Aldo. I think 2 is what Rangers are saying, though, Aldo. Jimmy Duff says, I think the Sheep were looking at Lammers. Let them have him, Jimmy. Yes, Caroline, that's the problem. He's just so injury prone. Nikola Kristovic should be a target, says Brian Emerson. He was discussed, but it seems to have all gone quiet. Scott05 says Freegan would be a project need finished article. He would be. He's got a very good goal return in that Croatian league and is playing for the under-21s and at that higher level, starting to move towards that higher level, definitely. Okay, so just a quick point though. Do you know, a lot of you have talked about Lawrence Shankland, and to some degree, some of you have mentioned in the comments this week, Kevin Nisbet. Shankland this season, 47 appearances, 28 goals, 4 assists, 32 goal contributions in 47 games, which is very impressive in the Scottish League. 134 minutes per goal. Kevin Nisbet, 20 appearances. Obviously, his season's been limited by his knee injury. 12 goals, 1 assist, 13 goal contributions, a goal every 123 minutes. Point from RFC. Stats don't mean much either. Half these players are playing everyone behind the ball and creating very little in poor teams. So the goal returns are bad. Us, it would be a different story. Yes, it would be, because obviously we dominate possession. So it would be different. So it's not just about looking at stats. It's also about looking at, those players and looking at how the type of players they are. Madja is fast, he's strong, he's quick, he's both footed, he's intelligent. Freegan is another one who is quick, he's intelligent, he can play anywhere along the front line, he can play out wide, he can play in the middle. So again, will be someone I think would suit Beale's style for definite. Scott05 says, how much for Nisbet? I think they were talking 2 million to Millwall. No doubt it'd be 3 million for Rangers, though. Brian Emerson says, Hadji Wright ain't floating my boat. How many penalties did Shankland score? He won't take them with Tav, says Paul McGarrigle. Shanks is a Rangers man. Bring him home. The next McCoist in the making, says Tam. Shankland does seem to divide the fans' opinion, doesn't he? But, we do need, I think, 2 strikers. If we're going to keep Tony Goals and Zach Lovelace, obviously, at the club, then I think we do need 2 strikers to supplement those 2 to give us 4 strikers. You really do need 3 minimum, if not 4 strikers going into a season. So I'd like to see the club move for at least 2 with this transfer window. I'll be honest with the players Beale has already brought in. I think we should just sit back and watch him cooking 100%. Although he's doing a great job, I think. Scotto5 says Madja, number 1 choice. Scotto5 says 2 million is too much for Nisbet, or 3 million if it's a Rangers price, obviously. Now, striker obviously is the biggest need, huge need for us. I think that is certainly something that we will address. And I think, like Aldo says, we've just got to trust Michael Beale and trust what he's doing. For me, we've got to buy a ready-made striker and a younger one who's just on the verge of being ready to be number 1 striker, says RFC 72. Definitely. Roof Lovelace will be the backups. I forgot Roof for a minute there. So Roof, Cholak, if he doesn't move on as well. Now, another position I think we do need to supplement in this current transfer window is central defence. Now, we haven't been linked with many central defenders so far in this window. Jonathan Panzo was the one that was linked at the end of the season, but certainly nobody else seemingly has been linked. However, it does appear that that is a position that may well be addressed. Now, Beale has not said that Davis is on the move anywhere, and it doesn't appear that he will be. However, it does appear that there are Championship clubs sniffing around, and I think if a fee of 3 to 4 million comes in for Davis, I think the club will sell, with rumours coming out that that the club are looking for a left-sided centre-back this summer. So again, that could be a position. Now, listening to Stevie of 4 Lads, he says 8. That's his expectation. 8 players to come in to sign for the club this summer. And I think that may well be right. And he does think that centre-back will be one of them. I think Leon King could well go out on loan next season, as he's probably will see his opportunities limited next season for definite. Also, let's get back to this young man here. We need... Cifuentes to replace Kamara. Club said he can go for 6 mil. So Kamara is definitely on his way out. We pretty much know that is on the way out, because Beale talked about selling him, talked about getting rid of him, talked about moving him on, and the fact that he had a lot of things to think about this off-season. So I think Kamara will move on. Cifuentes does look a very good player. He looks a lot more able than Kamara, a lot more forward-thinking than Kamara, a lot stronger than Kamara, very skillful, gets forward, good tackler, definitely a number 8 style midfielder. So I think he definitely will be someone who should be brought in soon, according to all the reports that are coming out of people like Fabrizio Romano at this moment in time. Rangers Loyalist makes a super point in the live chat. My guest in the live chat, Rangers Loyalist. Beale is also doing his signings early, which is good for the club, 100%. Aldo says Lowry and King will go out on loan. In my opinion, won't see either again. Just a gut feeling I have. That's probably a good shout. 6 million for Kamara would be great. Sheffield United want him. They do. And apparently, a couple of Turkish clubs are also interested in signing Kamara. So if we can get a bit of a bidding war going on there, definitely. We've got Yates looks decent. Roof is not interested in playing, says Brian Emerson. He does look very good. Yes, Jerry Yates. I've seen him play this season as well. He does look a particularly good player. Now, Another position that obviously has come up for debate since the departure of Ryan Kent is winger. Now, I think a lot depends on how Rangers line up next season. Guys, live chat, tell me, how are Rangers going to line up next season? What do you think? 3-5-2, 4-3-1-2, 4-3-3? What do you think? Okay. Go, dog needs walked. I've got to go and walk my dog Tam after this podcast. And I don't think they will go this season. Need young Scottish players and players who are homegrown. Philip Lynn says we must win the league next season. Can't have them winning any more trophies. Be good to see a couple more in before pre-season. Kamara said he wants to play in a better league. How rude that is of Kamara. George A, congratulations. Thank you very much. Welcome to the channel as a new member. Thank you very much for purchasing a membership. Scotto5 4312 says Scotto5 in terms of the formation. Our turn for a trophy horse, says Callum C. So, there's been a lot of talk from Michael Beale about going 3 at the back. Now, if he does go 3 at the back, does this negate our need to buy wingers? Now, obviously, we've talked about the fact that Dowell can maybe play out there. Lawrence can maybe play out there. We've got Sakala. We have got Matondo, obviously, as well. Obviously, they could be moved on this summer. A lot depends. Now, Brian Gutierrez was someone I mentioned earlier on an earlier video. Go and check that out, guys. That could be a possibility of an incoming player. Now, what I was doing earlier was I was sat and I was drafting out. I've got my notebook here, which I make all my notes on, and I was drafting out a team. I was drafting out a team idea, how we might play. Now, I went for 3-4-1-2. The problem was, when I got to the 2 at the front, I had to leave them blank because I didn't have a clue. And the moment it's Roof and Cholak. Yeah, definitely. So, Butland in goal. My back 3 was Sterling, Goldson, and Suter. My 4 then was Tav and Ridvan as wing backs, providing the width, with Jack and Raskin in the middle, possibly Cifuentes in place of Jack if he comes in. I don't think you need 2 holding midfielders in the Premiership against the majority of teams. Cantwell behind the front 2, who would be giving Cantwell freedom to roam and to go and cause trouble. And then a front 2, obviously, at the moment is Cholak and Roof. Who is it going to be? Well, we'll see once we get to that. Thank you very much, Rangers loyalist. A live chat. We love a live chat here to help promote the channel and support the channel. Thank you so much for that, Rangers loyalist. £2. Thank you very much for that live chat. Ian says, all over goes Ian. We've got Harris fencing will be sold out soon. We've got amazing Rangers loyalists back at it again. And I agree, this will be our season. Guys, Victoria, if you've got any questions or comments you'd like to make about which 2 strikers you'd like to see come in and what team you think will play next season, let me know as soon as possible. We need 10 in minimum, says Brian Emerson. The talk is 8 at this moment in time. We do need strikers. That, for me, is the biggest thing. Now, if you're asking me to rank in order of need, I would say striker. I would then say centre-back, centre midfielder, winger, as our last priority. That's what we want. That's what I want. Although, sorry, Owen, loyalist name is Ian. Keep forgetting that. Ian, thank you very much. Thank you, Ian, for that. Callum says 7 to 8 players minimum in through the front door. Like I said, there is the need there. Now, one thing I'm going to say is the signings we've made so far this summer, in terms of Sterling, in terms of Dowell, in terms, obviously, of Butland, we've made some very good signings so far this season, and I do think that is, a real testimony to Michael Beale. He's working hard, he's doing a great job, and I think we just need to trust the process. Scotto5 says, I also think he'll go 3-4-3 at times. He could. I suppose Cantwell, Sakala, someone up front. Sakala, for me, will be a squad player next season. Now, look, guys, I'm confident that we can win the league next season. I've been ripping it out of Celtic fans on TikTok all week since I got banned from my live access for calling them a naughty word. But I do think, that we will win next season. We will win a lot next season. So I've got to look at the live chat again. What we've got Scott says, as well as strikers, we need a left-sided centre-back. We do, says Scott. Paul Cholak will be good next season with a good preseason. He was scoring easy at the start, then his injury hampered the process, which, Paul, was something that Michael Beale talked about, didn't he? He talked about the fact that Cholak needs to stay fit, and that's a big thing for him. Keep him fit, keep him going. Definitely there. If we sell Davis, 2 centre backs, Goldson is picking up more injuries and he's getting older, and Suter is injury prone himself. We can't just leave it to King and possibly Lundstrom. Great point, RFC 72. What else have we got? We've got here Barney, new name in the live chat. Barney, vlogging with Victoria is that fourth trophy the Champions League? Could well be. Treble and last 32 Champions League. New name in the live chat, 555 the Wolf. Do the 5, Ian. Vlogging with Victoria says 352, but all depends on the strength of the players we are going to bring in and how well they will contribute. Definitely, so definitely Victoria. Timplosion is well and truly underway. Mad how Lowell comes back and they all start jumping ship. Septic fans should be worried. Barney, I think that's meant to be. Barney, what's happening, brother? Obviously, all those things, and 555 the Wolf. Yeah. So overall, guys, you know, this is a massive summer, isn't it? And I think it's just going to get going. It's just getting going now. We're on the 6th of June. Transfer window opens in 8 days' time. We've already brought 3 signings in. Fantastic job by Michael Beale. And this season is I think, is shaping up to be such an exciting one. Just absolutely phenomenal. Phenomenal season coming up, I think, honestly, with the players that we potentially could bring in. Nicholas Moore says, I'm still not over it. God, I miss Scarfield. So do I, Nick. Don't know if any of you saw the video of him singing when he was best man at a wedding. He was playing the guitar and singing. Absolutely superb. Go and check it out if you haven't done so yet. It's absolutely brilliant. Love Scotty Arfield. Absolutely superb. He will be missed. He will be missed. Well, guys, I think I'm going to call out a pod for tonight. Thank you so much to all my guests in the live chat. What you've been tonight, you've been my guests. Thank you very much for everything. I hope you've enjoyed the pod tonight, guys. I just wanted to get something out live this week ahead of obviously our 2 other lives. Just talking because I wanted to talk about all the links because we are getting linked with every single man and a dog and his dog at this moment in time, and it's going to carry on. We're going to get links, and guys, we'll bring you the links. Look, it's not clickbait. It's just designed to tell you what's going on in the news. Like, my aim for this channel has always been that this will be what, like, I want to focus on this properly. And at the moment, I do have a job on the side, I do have a full-time job, but I want to focus on this properly. And this is what I want to do. This is what I want to do. I want to build this up. And Victoria and I both want to build this up to be a massive channel, one of the biggest Rangers channels out there, to bring you all the latest daily news, content, etc., etc. Beela's getting the fans excited about signing, says Paul McGarrigle. Scotty at the next NASA convention on stage. Let's hope so. Aldo says, cheers, Owen. Chat, always a pleasure. Great job, Owen. See you Thursday. Victoria, remember Thursday, guys. Colin Stewart, Director, Rangers Youth Development Company, is coming onto the channel. Back to boredom, lol, says Callum. Caroline, cheers, Nicholas. Right, guys, thank you so much tonight for all your company. Thank you to you for the live chats. Not live chats, the super chat tonight. We had one super chat tonight. Thank you very much for that £2 donation to Ian. Remember his name this time, and also the members as well. Anyone who's joined the members, Rangers Loyalists or Ian, brilliant again, Owen and Victoria. Thank you very much, guys. As always, it's been an absolute pleasure speaking to you. Keep your eyes open, keep your ears to the ground. We will be bringing you more daily content as it goes on. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, guys, we are the people. And I've gone wrong already at the end. There you go, blooper at the end.